Hello, people of YouTube.
Hello.
Last week you were busy.
I was busy. I was writing a paper. I was actually writing a paper on Alexander Hamilton for my first master's class. So I actually just got 100 on it. So I don't know if my professor read it or not. He probably saw Alexander Hamilton and was like, nope, not reading this. I'm done.
I've seen that musical.
I know, I'm okay with that.
Anyways, so this week we're going to do something slightly different.
Been talking
Seems
about
to
cruise
be
line for a while.
a trend maybe on YouTube lately. We talked about it on our blog a couple weeks ago. So we're going to do a game of Disney Cruise Line Would You Rather. Except now that I'm not typing out these answers, we can go a little more
A little more in depth, yeah.
So, we all played Would You Rather with our friends, would you rather do this or that? So, the first question is, would you rather sail on a classic ship or a dream class ship?
So for me, I chose the classic ship. I'm very partial to the smaller ships. It's not as crowded in my opinion. I know with the dream class ships, there's more room they're longer. There's also more cabins. So
there's more people.
And there's more people. So the pool deck seems like it gets very crowded
and
very
Cabanas
busy.
too.
And Cabanas even. It's ridiculous on the dream class ships, but it seems easier on the classic ships.
Especially with this last trip doing one of each class within a week of each other, just being able to compare them like that.
Yeah. I think I wish, and I think Christian agrees with me, is if we could have a classic ship that had the aqueduct, then I would never sail a dream class ship. I'd be perfectly happy on a classic ship.
Maybe stick an ice cream shop like Vanellope's or Sweet on You.
Oh man,
perfect.
Those make our day. I mean, I know that the classic ships, the Magic has the plunge, yeah, the aqua-dunk, where it drops you down and it sends you out a short trip over the side of the ship, and then the Wonder has its water, twist and spout. But I don't think anything can really compare to when you come out of the aqueduct and you're cruising over the deck and you're able to look over the pool and just kind of wave to people as you're going through. It's really fun. So, but definitely I like the classic ships better.
I have to agree. We've sailed on all 4 ships now. I love all 4 ships.
They all have.
We love the Dream, we love the Fantasy, we can't wait to sail on them again. But I do like the smaller feel and setup of the smaller ships. The Wonder is my absolute favorite out of all the ships.
I've also sailed on it the most, so.
Well, that's true. It just feels less crowded at the pool, at the buffet, everywhere on the ship just feels so much less crowded. So add the aqueduct and an ice cream shop.
It's got it, yeah. Christian said he liked the Dream class ships better. I think that has a lot to do with the Kids Club. They have the Star Wars rooms. They have the Disney Infinity rooms.
And he likes the aqueduct.
And he likes the aqueduct. So for him, he chose the Dream class ships.
Alright, so would you rather take back-to-back 3-night cruises or 1 7-night cruise?
For me, it was definitely a 7-night cruise, just because debarking the ship and then getting back on, it's just a big hassle, and you get an extra day in there with a 7-night cruise. So for me, I chose the 7-night cruise.
Christian said back-to-back. I don't know why, but he gave some pretty short answers for these. He just didn't really want to be answering questions. I think because there's more 3 nights on the Dream, he just likes the Dream. I think that's his favorite ship. He likes the Disney Infinity room in the Kids Club. He likes the Millennium Falcon room. So he said back to back. My answer, definitely 7-night. The more nights on the ship, the better. 2 7-nights back to back. Yeah, I'd do that. 14 night. Yeah. Our back to back 7-night cruises on the Wonder for maritime in 2017 were so much fun, and you know, we were one of the last people on the ship. We were the first, well, like the second people, because I think the other family got back on before us.
Yeah, I think they did.
But back-to-backs, if you get a chance to do back-to-back cruises, especially if they're different itineraries, do it.
And there's some perks to doing back-to-backs. If you're in the same stateroom, you can leave your bags there. And
we weren't, but we were able to leave our bags, and the stateroom host moved them to our new room. So we didn't have to take anything off with us.
We also didn't have to set them out the night before. We just left them in our room, and when our stateroom host went to clean our room, they saw our bags and knew that we were back to back, so they just went ahead and transferred our bags over to our new room.
Yeah, and
really
we
cool.
stayed with the same dining team. We were like one table over, but we had the same dining staff.
Yeah, they actually the night before called us and the dining team and asked us, hey, we see that you're a back-to-back. Would you like to stay with your current serving team? And we're like, well, yeah, we love them. So we definitely were excited to sit with them, to have them with us again.
Yeah, back-to-backs. If you can, do it. Okay, sail to ports of call that you've been to before or to new ones.
For me, I like to adventure, so I'd rather go to new ones, but it also depends on what the itinerary is and what it's calling for,
where it's leaving
from. A lot of those factors play in. If we have the opportunity to sail to new ports, we'll take it every time. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to the ports of call that we've already been to.
Yeah, like we've been to Key West 3 times now. We've done something different every time we've been there, which is fun. And going on the Wonder this last time, it was a new port of departure for us and for everyone, since it was the first sailing out of New Orleans. But we wanted to be able to do that, so we were like, yeah, we'll go to the 3 ports we've been to before to be able to do that. Why not?
And it wasn't that big of a deal. We enjoyed ourselves thoroughly, and I definitely wouldn't have a problem booking another 7-night that stops at Key West and Nassau and Castaway Key again. They're fun.
Yeah. So I like familiar ports that we've been to before, but I like visiting new places as well. The next cruise we go on, we're going to go to 2 ports that we've been to. We've been to Grand Cayman and we've been to Cozumel, but we'll also have Cartagena, Cabo, and Puerto Vallarta.
Yep.
So, you know, that'll be a combination of we've been to and we haven't been to.
Yep.
Which will be good.
It'll be super fun, definitely, and I think the kids will love it.
Yeah. And both like 14 nights on the ship.
14 nights on the ship that can't hurt.
Okay. Christian said both. He just wants to be on the ship. He doesn't really care where it's going.
Yeah, he's impartial to that.
Okay. Drive or fly to the departure city?
Now, this one is based off of what's going on and a lot of other factors. I like to drive because it's cheaper for a family of 4 to fly is a good amount of money. To drive, you pay lodging, but
it's not anywhere near as much as flying.
Yeah, it's definitely not nearly as much as flying. And the added benefit that we enjoy about driving is we have our own car. We have the ability to do what we want as soon as and also it plays into how much we're allowed to bring.
Yes.
A lot of times flying, you're restricted to how much you can purchase, depending on the airline that you fly with. And then 50 pounds after that, we could fit as much as the car will hold.
Which is quite a lot. I've got a big trunk.
Yeah, fit a lot of dead bodies in there. Just kidding. But, I mean, the only thing that you sacrifice is time and less money, honestly. For us, we get up early and drive. That way the kids are able to sleep through most of the drive. And we've talked about this in our road trip.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the description.
But, I mean, for us, it's just easier to drive, take a few extra days, and go about it that way. Saves dividends, have a few more drink of the days or beers on the ship. So
Christian likes to drive. He likes to sit in the back seat and watch stuff or play with Legos or whatever, and then have time to hang out and see new places.
He also likes our traditional first day dinner, which is pizza from Little Caesars.
I prefer to drive. That way we can take more on the trip, like you said. We can have more in the car, but then not have to take everything we brought with us onto the ship if need be. So on this last trip, we needed dress clothes for the Wonder, but we didn't need to take them on the Dream. If we have flown for the whole trip, then we would have needed to take everything on to the ship, and it just would have been so much more stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So driving works best for us.
And right now where we're stationed, we're in the middle of the country, so we can go to either side, and it's about the same amount of time either way. So we'll see what happens next time.
Yeah, we don't know where we're going next. Not yet.
Not yet. We should find out hopefully soon. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. On the Dream and Fantasy, would you rather get ice cream from Ice Cream or Sweet on You / Vanellope's?
So for me, I chose ice cream. Behind that is A, it's included in your fare. B, I mean you can get as much as you care to enjoy. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy the paid for ice cream from Vanellope's or Sweet on You, but
we've had sundaes from both.
We have, but again, included versus not included. So I'm cheap sometimes.
Christian said both. He likes ice cream.
He does. After he gets done with dinner, he'll go to the kids club, and then sometimes he'll ask us if we can go up and get an ice cream cone on our way back to the room, which is completely out of the way, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
I personally love ice cream a lot, so I'll take whichever ice cream I can get. I love to get a sundae from Vanellope's or Sweet on You when we're on those ships once a cruise. But I also, won't hesitate to stop by the ice cream machine for a cone if I happen to be there. So both, I guess.
Yep.
Prefer to get breakfast from Cabanas or a sit-down restaurant?
Ooh, I said Cabanas. I like the variety. Though Enchanted Garden is a mix of the two. Ish. So I still like Cabanas better, just because I can get my eggs Benedict. I like to load up on that with the hollandaise sauce. And Christian likes to get the
chocolate chip muffins.
Yeah, he likes chocolate chip muffins, and hash browns is what he typically gets for breakfast.
Christian said sit down. I think he enjoyed breakfast at Enchanted Garden with the buffet aspect, but also the server seating you and getting your drink ordered. I like both. I prefer Cabanas though, or even if we're on the smaller ships, getting something quick at Daisy's because they're quick. But once a cruise, a nice sit-down breakfast is nice.
And if the kids in the morning decide, hey, we want to, unless we have something like super pressing, they the morning of decide, hey, I want to go to sit down. I mean,
then I'll get that peanut butter and jelly pancake again.
That was really good. I did like the.
You had the hash.
I had the hash and I had the eggs Benedict with the rosemary ham. It was good.
All right. So continuing with Cabanas a little bit. Lunch from Cabanas or quick service.
And again, mine plays into what we're doing, what I'm feeling, but I lean more towards Cabanas because, again, options. They have a different rotisserie or roasted meat. They've usually got some kind of fare from around the world, along with the standard American fare, but I like the variety that you get at Cabanas. But that's not to say that if I walk by, on the Wonder they've got the shawarma. They've also got
bowls.
They've got bowls on at Daisy's.
Sandwiches.
They've got sandwiches. They've also got the random things at Pete's Boiler. Yeah, and then They've got paninis at Daisy's too, which are really good, or Fillmore's, depending on which class of ship you're on. If I had to choose, Cabanas, but I'm definitely not opposed to getting a burger or some shawarma from the quick service stuff.
Christian said quick service. He likes to get a hot dog or hamburger, but he prefers the fries on the pool deck over the fries in the dining rooms.
Because there's steak fries in the dining room, and they're actual shoestring ones on the pool deck. So that's one of the reasons why.
When it comes to lunch, I prefer both on the same day.
Yes, I mean that's completely.
We'll send one of us into Cabanas, see what's good, let the other person know, hey, this is what I found, when they, are walking out with a plate of it, and then have a burger or a chicken sandwich or a veggie burger chicken sandwich combo.
Yeah, you can definitely ask. They'll definitely do that for you if you want to. And
with some barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that's the cool thing is they'll give you a single patty, but if you tell the people at the quick service location, hey, can I get a double patty of whatever? They'll
Or just be like, hey, can I get
2
1 bun, okay, and then ask for the veggie burger and the chicken sandwich on the same plate, because they'll ask if you want it on the same plate if you order more than one thing.
Yeah. They don't mind doing that.
And if you get a veggie burger, you might have to wait.
Yeah.
I had to wait like 10 minutes on the train.
The cool thing is that there's been a couple times, I think it was on the Wonder this last time, that I walked up at the right time and they were just grilling some burgers. So instead of grabbing the ones that were sitting in the tray, the server actually went back and was like, hey, here, grabbed them right off the grill, put a slice of cheese on there. It was really good. So they'll definitely go above and beyond, even at the quick service.
Swim at night or during the day?
So Christian and I, when it's not a party night, we like to go swimming at night, but we also like to go up to the pool deck during the day to enjoy the splash pad and such.
But the splash pad's only open till like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But that won't be an issue anymore. Yay for potty training.
Yep. So at night though, there's not a lot of people. Christian can put on a life vest and go into the deeper pool. Other benefit is need sunscreen. So
true. Or sunglasses.
Yeah. So I definitely lean more towards nighttime swimming.
I think we all do. Christian said night. I said night. Because there's less people. There's no sunscreen. But if you want to go to the splash pad, especially on the Dreamer Fantasy, because kids can be older to go and still go into the Nemo splash area because it's bigger. It's good to go at least a couple of times during the day. But also, there's a way shorter line for the aqueduct at night.
At night, yeah. You do have to contend with if it's windy. It does get a little bit chilly, but the water isn't.
Well, that's because we sail in the winter time.
That's true. That's accurate. But it's really good.
All right, nighttime swimming is way better.
That's the consensus.
All right. Go to the Oceaneer Club or lab.
Yeah. So obviously Christian is the primary one that uses the club or the lab, but we like to go, and there's different things that we can do during open house. And during open house, I like to go over to the lab because they have about 5 or 6 computers that are set up with a ship simulation game where you can actually sail the different ships through different missions, dock it at different places,
Castaway Key,
crash multiple times, trying to take it out of Port Canaveral. I like it. It's super fun. The kids just like to sit there and put the throttle to either full forward or full back and then crash into random things, but I think it's fun.
Yeah. Christian prefers the club for many reasons. I guess it really depends on what ship we're on. If we're on the Dream, he likes the Disney Infinity Room and the Millennium Falcon Room. If we're on the Fantasy, he likes the Resistance Room and I think that's it on there because it's the Marvel Room. He's not really in the Marvel. If we're on the Wonder, I almost always find him in Andy's room, but also lately, on this last sailing, he was in the Marvel room because he was playing the Marvel Avengers Lego video game.
That's right, he was. I remember that.
So he prefers the club. I prefer the club too. During open house, it's just fun to go see what's all in there. And
they also have random interactions as well. Like characters will come out. Sometimes during open house, sometimes not. But the other cool thing about the lab though is they had cooking.
Yep. Oh my goodness, there were so many.
There's so many people. They were making chocolate chip cookies in the lab.
There just wasn't. Because they had to bring tables in from other places, and there were just so many people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. But the next question is kind of a preference of would you rather have an inside stateroom, an ocean view stateroom, or a veranda? For me, I chose ocean view. The driving reason behind that is we don't spend a lot of time out on the veranda.
Well, we did on the Dream.
We did on the Dream, but
we also had an unplanned sea day and a day where we didn't get off the ship at Nassau.
So, and I like the ocean view because you get all the amenities of a veranda. You get the split bathroom, but you also don't have to worry about the veranda and paying the extra money for it. Insides are definitely perfectly fine. We've said our last trip on the Wonder was an inside stateroom. It worked out perfectly fine.
We're not in the room a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's also good for getting the kids to go to bed though because it's dark.
It's dark, yeah. Yeah, that definitely plays into it. But I mean, overall, I prefer ocean view because I do like to look out at the water. Christian on the back-to-backs that we had. On the water, he took a nap because of our room position. It was all the way forward, and it had a little cubby that you could sit down at and look out.
It was a pretty big space. It was nice.
It was really nice. It was really
a good room.
Yeah, it was a good room. I would definitely book that room again in a heartbeat.
Christian, straight up, plain and simple, said veranda. He likes to go sit out there and just hang out. I like all three room categories. Inside's great because we don't spend a lot of time in the room, and we're in there to shower, get changed for dinner, and sleep. That's pretty much what we're in there for, unless we're doing room service or something. But we're not in there a whole lot. I like to have a porthole because I like to be able to look out. It's nice to wake up in the morning, or even when you're going to bed, be like, hey, look, I can see the moon from our room, which we've done. It's fun to see dolphins, whatever. Or if there's super high seas, you can be like, hey, we're on deck 2 and the water's hitting our window.
Yeah. Had that happen multiple times.
I also like a veranda. It's nice to be able to sit outside. I would get up on the Dream and go for my run, and when I get back, everyone was still asleep, so I could hang out outside, and we could see the waves, and we had a really good view in Nassau. Yeah. We got to see our failed docking attempts in Castaway Cay because we were all the way aft, which was super cool. So I like all three. It really just depends on which one's more advantageous for me to get price-wise. Yeah. If there's a difference of a couple $100s between an inside and an ocean view, definitely. If when we sailed on the Dream this last time, I think it was $150 difference or something between an inside and a veranda. So we went for the veranda. Why not? But if it's something like there's $1,000 difference between an inside and an ocean view, and then another $1,000 after that up to a veranda, I'm booking that inside stateroom because an inside stateroom is going to make it so I spend less time in my room and spend more time enjoying the ship.
Definitely.
That's it. Also, I really enjoy deck 2 for an ocean view or an inside because it's so quiet.
It is. It's really quiet.
Amazing. Because really, the only people who go down there are the people who have rooms down there, or on the Fantasy and the Dream, people are going to Enchanted Garden or signing up for Midship Detective Agency. But it's far enough from the rooms. Like, it was so quiet. And when we sailed on deck 2 on the Wonder, we've been on both port and starboard side on the Wonder, and the only noise was from the theater entrance, which was only right before the show. So,
yeah.
I like deck 2.
Deck
That
2
wasn't
is
a
nice.
question, but I like deck 2.
Yeah. The next question, though, is dine at Palo for brunch or dinner. I think we came to a consensus on this that we both prefer dinner.
Yes.
I think that has a lot to do with the amount of food that you're given, because we naturally just want to try everything so that we can broaden our horizons. And there's just so much at brunch. We've done
So
brunch
much.
once.
And I felt so gross walking out of there because we tried so much food.
Yeah.
We tried, everything that looked good on the buffet.
And then
3 or
we had
4
our own.
arancinis,
Yeah.
because delicious. We shared, I think, each of the desserts. You ordered eggs Benedict and chicken parmesan, and then I got the
You got the
pizza. So it was just so
much
much
food.
food.
Yeah.
And so it's so good. It's so worth the money. Do brunch if
Definitely.
you haven't before. But I feel like for us, at least, brunch is good. It's a good experience. But I didn't like walking out feeling so stuffed. And we had brunch. Couldn't enjoy dinner that night.
Because we were still so full. And we didn't eat anything before that.
No.
We went in there completely hungry. We ate, and we were done.
So dinner, we can still eat, a regular lunch, and then go and enjoy an appetizer and the amuse-bouche and an entree and the dessert and some bread.
And some bread, yeah.
But also, I really, really like dinner because you can get the butternut squash agnolote, which is my favorite.
And the chocolate
And
souffle.
chocolate souffle.
Which is
So, I mean,
Yeah, you can't really
Dinner.
go wrong with dinner. So.
but if you have the chance to experience both,
Mm-hmm.
hey, do it. See which one you like better.
Yep. It's definitely up to you. The next question is: would you rather book port adventures through Disney, or do your own thing? We have done both, and I think for us, we like to do our own thing.
Most ports.
Most ports, yeah, depending on what's happening there and where the cruise ship's going to dock. I mean, you may have to do a small port adventure in order to get to a bigger area in the island, but for the most part, there's everything that you need right there at the port.
Yeah, and on a lot of ports, you can take a taxi or a bus to get around. In Key West, we booked the golf cart.
Yep, and we rolled around the golf cart with the golf cart, but I mean, in Nassau, we did the Junkanoo Beach, which wasn't a very long walk.
No, that was fun. We've done a port adventure in Grand Cayman and Cozumel, but we have plans for this next time to just kind of
do our
own thing.
Yeah.
I think the only place we were planning on doing a port adventure is in Colombia.
Due to security stuff, just to make sure that we were with the group, and Disney makes sure that people are taken care of. So.
Yeah. So do our own thing in most ports of call. It really depends. Especially if we've been to a port of call before, like Key West or Nassau, where we've been there, we know what we want to do, and just, make our way to where we want to go, what we want to do. Our next question was, watch a movie by the pool or in the movie theater? Christian picked in the movie theater. He likes to get some popcorn and watch a movie, but most of the time not the whole movie. I like to watch movies by the pool when it's not too crowded, with some ice cream or some pizza. But I also like to go see a movie that I might not get to see in the real world until it comes out on DVD. I don't get to the movies very often. I do really like picking up Christian from the club before bed after dinner, and we'll stop in the movie theater if there's something good that's playing. Like on this last cruise we stopped in because Rise of Skywalker was playing, so we sat and we watched a little bit of Rise of Skywalker. But, it's also fun to head up to the pool deck, get some ice cream, and watch a few minutes of whatever's playing up there before we go back to bed. So it depends.
I don't like the theater because it's too cramped for me.
Well, it's slightly more room on the Wonder.
It is, but for like the dream class ships, for tall people, it's not very spacious. I'll definitely go there if there's a first run or there's something I extremely want to watch. But overall, I prefer watching stuff on the pool deck, especially at night. That's my favorite.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Get ice cream, pizza, or fries as an after-dinner snack.
This one's hard. I said, get all of them. Get a slice of pizza, get some fries, and get some ice cream, because you can dip your fries in the ice cream. And, well, I can't read that. I don't have my glasses on. You're lucky I can read the questions. Yeah, I like the different pizzas that they have. And
I like the barbecue chicken. They
yeah.
had, a butternut squash one? That was good.
There's so many different kinds of pizza that they have. The barbecue chicken, they have sausage pizza, they sometimes have a regular old margarita pizza, but getting all that, and that's not to say that we will get an individual order of everything and eat them, but we'll share, definitely.
Yeah. Christian picked ice cream. He likes to get a cone or a cup of ice cream. I would like, as has already been discussed, to dip my fries in ice cream, especially if it's blueberry ice cream, and have a slice of pizza on the side while we're watching a movie at the pool, or even bringing it back to the room. Alright, this is the last question that we have. Put your luggage out on the last night, or carry off all your luggage when disembarking. Christian said put it out on the last night. Doesn't really affect him either way. Normally, in the past, we would pack up all our stuff and put it out before 10 o'clock so that it could be collected. On our last two sailings, we wanted to be able to get off the ship more quickly, especially on the Dream, so that we could make our way to Legoland. It just made things go so much faster. We were able to not have to worry about packing everything before we went to dinner on the last night, and we could just pack up the last minute stuff in the morning, leave it there. We went to breakfast, we came back to our room, we grabbed it, and we walked right off, which was so much easier. And there was no searching for our bags in the pile of this color luggage tag, and we could just go right to our car. In New Orleans, it made it so we didn't even have to do a step, because there was in Port Canaveral, you have to walk through the room with all the bags in it to even get to customs. But in New Orleans, it was a whole different, you have to get your bags to come over here type of thing. So we don't even know, we didn't get to experience that. So I prefer now to carry all of our bags off, because it really isn't that big of a deal. Because once you find them in that pile of luggage, you're gonna have to carry them to the car anyway. So carrying them down off the ship isn't that big of a deal. And at least you don't have to
search for them.
Yeah.
You can already configure yourself. Like for getting off the Wonder, I had my backpack and I had the top buckle and my waist buckle snapped, and I had bags hanging on it, and we were able to.
I had the suitcase in my backpack.
Yeah, we were able to get ourselves.
Bella's hand. Christian had his bag of stuff. So
we were able to get ourselves configured in a a more sensible manner, in my opinion. So I definitely agree. I'd rather just carry it all off. That way you don't have to worry about it.
So, what would you rather do? Let us know.
We'll put the questions in the description for the video. That way you guys can play along and comment. Let us know what you would rather do. Even if you haven't cruised, what do you think would be good for you and for your family?
Yeah. So that's it for now. Next week, and we have a Disney World Would You Rather. Maybe we'll do that one next week.
Yeah, I like the Would You Rathers.
Well, actually, okay, it was more this or that, not Would You Rather, because I changed it up a bit.
That's
but true. It was good. So we've had fun discussing this all. We hope you had fun listening to us ramble for however long we've been rambling. And we'll see you next week.
Yep. Bye.